better now?
Nothing at all. I'm guessing what you're saying, so I hope what you're saying is it's related to my answer, but I can't hear you at all. Okay, I really can't hear you. Okay, I'll just proceed. Um, Guys, what you need to understand is, with respect to our trading stock, there's trading stock we're going to buy, there's trading stock we're going to sell. Now, the ones that we buy, either we buy it for cash or on credit. If we bought it on credit, it will be in the CJ. That's why I focused on your journals in grade 10. If you bought it on for cash, it'll be in the CPJ. So you just take the trading stock column in your CPJ. And all of those will be on the debit side of your trading stock. On your credit side of your trading stock will be the trading stock that you sold or you returned to creditors. And on the debit side, again, it'll be trading stock that you received from debtors who returned stock to you. All of that is this here. All of that will be summarized to this. All of that will be summarized to this. So this is the trading stock that we got from CPJ, that we got from CJ, minus the trading stock that was in the CRJ, minus the trading stock that was in your debtors allowances, debtors journal, and then you add trading stock that is in your debtors allowances. You also subtract trading stock that is in your CRJ. And then in total, this is what you're gonna have. This is, for us to record the 775,000, listen carefully. We used source documents. We used source documents for us to get the 775,200. We used the check counterfoil. We used the invoice, purchase invoice. We used your sale invoices, which will normally go to your DJ. We used your debit notes. We used your credit notes. We used our general vouchers for us to record this amount. So this amount relies more on the information that was in the source document. All right. What are adjustments? When I explained this to you guys in grade, I think it was late in grade 10, and we also did this in grade 11. Adjustments are simply certain things that tells you that you need to adjust the amounts that are in your trial balance. So we need to adjust the amounts that are in the trial balance. The next person, which is Adam. At what price will your trading stock always be measured? At what price will your trading stock always be measured?
Trading stock will always be measured at cost price.
Trading stock will always be measured at cost price, meaning that it increases at cost price and it decreases at cost price. Before we get to trading stock on hand, there is one adjustment. Here is the adjustment. It says Jane Bruley, who is the owner, donated goods with a retail value of 250. The unfortunate part for you guys is that I remember everything that I've said to you and everything we did together. I said to you guys, when it comes to donations, donations will always be measured at what price, especially the donation of goods. Kumkani. Donations will always be recognized at which amount? Kumkani. You're mising me. Okay. Milena.
Sir,
Sure, Kumkani. Oh,
what was the question?
donations will always be measured at which price? Or at what?
You. I say I'm not sure.
Milena?
At selling price.
Incorrect.
At cost price then.
That's the thing. That's why I was saying that Since you said at selling price, I can't ask the next person because they'll say it's a cost price.
But
Donations of
wait,
goods,
sir,
donations of goods will always be at cost price. Yes,
why would it be at cost price?
because we are donating goods, we are not selling them. So how much did we spend for those goods? We only spent what we paid for them. You cannot donate goods at
Okay.
selling price because you're not making profits from donations. If I recognize it at 250, I'm simply saying that the whole 250 was my cost price. Remember, donation of goods is simply taking the goods, you're giving them to somebody else. So you will always lose. The only thing that you lose in there is the cost price that you paid for those goods. Someone might say that, but there's an opportunity cost of 50 Rand. Well, right now, you need to know that donations, goods donated, will always be measured at cost price. The rest, you will learn more about those when you get to varsity. Okay. Now, I think the next person after Milena was Saki. No, it was Mulif. Mulif. Yes. Um, the cost price of goods that were donated by the owner of the business. So this is the cost price of goods that were donated by the owner of the business. So the owner could donated those goods. What will that do to the trading stock amount we have in the trial balance?
Once it decreases,
It will decrease it. So in the trial balance, I've got 75,200. Why do you say it's decreasing it? I will minus 200.
because he's those goods aren't being sold. So it's like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but how can I put this? He's taking them out of his own stock.
Thank you.
So
So basically, you're taking those goods out of your trading stock because you're giving them to somebody else. We are donating them. So this is the trading stock we are now left with. That is according to the books, all right? And then comes this adjustment here. This adjustment says trading stock that was counted at the end of the year was this much. Which amount will be correct there, Saki? Oh, Saki, I can't hear you. Um, sure, Saki. Is that you? Yeah? Did you try using headphones that have a mic?
Hello, sir.
Sure. Which amount will be correct between 775,000 and 770?
It's 707.
It is 770. I can't hear you. I'm guessing that's what you said. I had 770. So we've got 770. This is the stock.
Wait, sir.
Yes.
Can I please ask Saki something?
Yeah.
Saki, so you're using your phone for Zoom.
No, I'm using my tablet.
Oh, okay.
Can't you use headphones, Saki?
That's the thing I don't have.
Saki,
One.
there are headphones lying around everywhere. Even these ones, like I've got wide headphones.
I'll download it.
Even these ones work magic. These ones, they are lying somewhere. The mic is very good. I know that these headphones, I normally find them in every house. It's either somewhere in the kitchen or lying somewhere in the dining room. So I'm guessing they are these headphones somewhere in your house. Just look for them and use those ones because they've got a mic and the mic is
Okay.
very clear. Okay. Now, Saki, I'm guessing you said 770,000 is what we can rely on, meaning that this one that we've just calculated here might also be incorrect. Okay, not that it might, it's actually incorrect because physically, this is how much we've got in the warehouse. Physically, this is how much we've got in the warehouse. So what must I do to this one here? After Saki, we go to the first person. I think the first person was Amanda.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What must I do to this amount since this amount is the incorrect amount?
You decrease it
By how much?
by 5,000.
Now that 5,000 rand, what do we call it?
Deficit.
Trading stock deficit. Thank you. Where will it be recorded?
Operating expenses.
We're going to record it under operating expenses as trading stock deficit. So under operating expenses, this is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have trading stock and then I'm going to have 775,000 minus 770,000. And then over there, I'm going to have 5,000. Am I done? What else must I do? Amanda?
Yeah.
What else must I do?
You. I don't know.
No, you do.
Well, I'm not sure right now.
What do you think we must do? 5,000 must be under trading stock deficit. It's trading stock deficit under operating expenses. So we still have this amount and that amount. What must we do with those amounts? Where else can we take them to?
So I'm not sure.
Atan, you're the second. Thank you, Amanda. Atan,
Yo, sir, I can't remember.
and Kumkani.
Um,
Ish.
Yes,
Yes, I'm also not sure.
Are we done?
Wait.
What are we supposed to do? Are we just supposed to record the 5,000 and that's it?
Sir, doesn't it go somewhere by notes?
Where in the notes?
Yo, payable.
Why payable? Remember, payable are the people we owe. Who are we owing?
Deficit. Okay, so like I don't know, but I know that it's supposed to go by notes somewhere. I haven't really learned notes.
Kumkani? Milena?
So
Yes,
it doesn't have to go to the general journal.
it does have to go through general journal. Let me just do this quickly. So in your general journal, we're gonna have trading stock deficit. Because it's an expense, I am going to debit it. I repeat, I am debiting it because it's an expense. The amount will be 5,000. And then I am going to credit my trading stock. I am crediting my trading stock by the same amount, which is 5,000. Trading stock must go down. It must go down from that 775,000 to 770,000. That is why I'm reducing my trading stock by 5,000. And I will write in brackets what each represent. This is an expense. This is a reduction of your asset, which is trading stock. So you're reducing your trading stock to 770 because we said 770 is the accurate amount. And then we're gonna go to inventory.
Sir,
Yes.
I was about to say that.
Oh.
Gonna go under inventory and then we have to put the trading stock as per stock count.
Thank you. You're gonna have to put in trading stock as per stock count, and the amount will be 770,000 rand. Thus, guys, whatever comes here must be stock counted. Whatever you put in here must be stock counted because that is the accurate value. So you're going to put in the trading stock as per stock count, and that is it. This is all about trading stock. Alrighty. I was supposed to ask, it was Gungani Milena, and then the next person was, who comes after Milena? Isn't it Mulifi? Mulifi, it's you, I think. Mulifi
It's
and
not.
Mulifi. Now, with respect to, let's start with stationery. It says the stationery on hand is 600. However, under nominal account section, our stationery is 14,000. What needs to happen here, Mulifi?
Don't we reduce the 14,000?
So we're going to reduce the 14,000. So you will say 14,400 minus 600, right? How much do we get?
And I'm not calculate on.
You will get 13,800. What do we call this 13,800, Mulifi? Mulifi? What is that 13,800?
The stationery.
That is the stationery amount. Basically, this is what we refer to as stationery what? This is what we refer to as the stationery expense. Meaning that the stationery expense we have in the trial balance is incorrect because only stationery used will be recognized as an expense. Only stationery used will be recognized as an expense. The one that is not used will be recorded under the inventory note as consumable stores on hand. The one that is not used will be recorded under the inventory note. This one here will be recorded under the inventory note as consumable stores on hand. This will be recorded under the inventory note as consumable stores on hand. This one goes to the income statement as stationery expense. But normally we don't write it as stationery expense, we just write an expense. Only stationery used will be recorded as stationery. And obviously here I'm gonna have stationery. and I'm going to have my stationery will be 14,400. You minus the stationery that was not used, and the stationery that was not used was worth 600. And then you will be left with stationery that is worth 13,800. And this is how marks will be allocated. I hope that is clear. I was telling the grade 11s that I've said this to you as well, that English, it's maths, accounting, it's accounting, because you need to know which account is affected, but the rest of it is just maths and English. 50% is accounting, 50% is maths and English. And I told them that I told the grade 12s, this year's grade 12, which is when they were in grade 11, I said to them, whatever comes in here must be stationery used. So I don't care what your mind or your intelligence or your IQ level is, but this is for a normal person, for a grade 8 learner, basically. I'm simply saying to a grade 8 learner, whatever comes in here must be used. I'm explaining this to your younger brother in grade 8. Whatever comes in here must be stationery used. This is what comes to your income statement. And then, guys, I said to you, if accounting fails, apply your common sense. If accounting fails, apply your common sense. This is what we have in the trial balance. This is all the stationery that we bought. This is what we have on hand. It says here, on hand. On hand, this is English. I'm not talking about accounting now. This is English. On hand is what you still have. On hand is what you still have. 14,000 is what you purchased. How much has been used? You've only used 13,800. That's all you have used. What you have used is that, it is that, okay, what we have used is that 13,800. That is what we have used. This is what will go to the income statement here. This is what will go to the income statement because we have used it. Now that is English, it's no longer accounting. Used. Guys, you have bought 5 pens. At the end of the year, you are left with only 2 pens. What happened to the rest? You used the rest, guys. The ones that you have used will be the ones that we expense. The ones that you have not used, they form part of your inventory. You will use them next year. Just like right now, the stationery that you still have right now, it is the stationery that was not used up last year. So at the end of last year, the stationery that was not used up becomes inventory. You're going to use it this year. That is why you're going to go to your, okay, I've explained the stationery of 13,800. That is the used part. Oh, and then I said to them, I gave guys in the exam, okay, in one of the exams last year, I said to you, under adjustment, stationery used was 80% of whatever we had in the trial balance. We only used 80% of stationery. We only used 80% of stationery. We used 80% of stationery. That was one of the questions. And I do still remember the question. In your trial balance, your stationery value was 40,000. And under adjustments, I said only 80% was used. Only 80% was used. And then I told the grade 11s that you guys, you took, not all of you, obviously, some of you got it right. You took the 40,000. You multiplied it by. Okay, there it is. You guys, you took the 40,000. Okay. Wow. You took the 40,000. This was in one of your exams. I don't remember if it was the final exam or what. But you took the 40,000. How? Come on now. Okay, please stop messing with me. I don't know what you want from me. Okay. Is it selected? Now let me try again. Okay. You took the 40,000. You multiplied the 40,000 with 80%. And I think 80% of 40,000 was 32,000. Let me just confirm that. And then, yes, it was 32,000. And then you guys, you open brackets. You took the stationery that you have in the trial balance with 40,000. And then you minus 32,000. And someone might say, but say, I didn't understand. What is it that you did not understand, guys? What is this 32,000 doing here? I said inside the brackets here, whatever goes inside the brackets must be the unused. Why is the 32,000 inside the brackets? Isn't the 32,000 supposed to be in this column here? This is when you don't understand, you're memorizing. I said in that column, you only put in the stationery used. Why is it in brackets? When I said in brackets, you only put in the unused. And then you say accounting is difficult. How is it difficult, guys? In brackets is the unused, but you put it inside the brackets as unused. When I told you that inside the brackets as used, when I told you that inside the brackets you put the unused, the one that has not been used. English unused means it's in there, it's sitting somewhere in the warehouse. It has not been used. Why do you put the one that is used? Because immediately when you put the one that is used here, you're simply saying my total stationery is 40,000. I'm minusing what has been used. So I'm taking my total stationery, I'm minusing what has been used. What are you left with? If you take your stationery and you minus what has been used, you are left with unused. Meaning that you're putting unused in this column. After I told you that whatever goes into this column must be the used one. And then when I mark, I get so angry and I'm like, but they can't say I taught them accounting because I explained this thoroughly. The unused must be the one that goes inside the brackets. And the unused one will be the one that will come here as consumable stores on hand. And then it's stuck. Okay. I don't know why you're doing this to me. On hand. Thank you. And then with respect to stationery, I will have the 600 Rand. Ignore everything that I've written there because I was just trying to explain to you as to what makes me angry at times. Because guys, I teach you proper stuff. I teach you how to answer your question paper. Even if you don't understand, at least you must get the questions right in your exam. And this is what I've said to you when it comes to stationery. Only stationery used must be recorded at the last column on the right hand, far right hand column, which is 13,800. And then we're going to go to, okay, I'm going to erase all of this. And then some of you are like, your accounting paper was difficult. It was flames. How, guys, accounting is always easy. as long as you listen to me carefully, I will teach you how to pass this. Not just to pass it getting 90%, to pass it to get 100%. You just need to remember everything I've taught you. That's all. Just remember. That's all I need from you. Remember what I taught you. The next person, obviously, will be Saki. Saki, packing material is 4,500. Tell me, what must I do? Saki,
Sir,
what must I do with packing material?
you
Yes?
1,500.
Yes, Saki. Hello?
Sir,
Yes. You were saying?
that's the 1,500.
So what am I going to do? What did you say I must do? Um, oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to go to the first person, which is Amanda. Amanda, what am I going to do with 14,400?
You have to find the difference.
How do I do that?
So you say 4,500, and then wait, so you said we only expense what we have used.
Yes.
So you say, okay, minus 3,000
So why do you minus 3,000?
because the 1,500 has to go like
Okay.
there
So I'm
under
going to
the,
have this, and this will give me 3,000. Tell me, the 1,500, what is it? Is it the used part or the unused part?
it's the unused.
So this is unused. And then what will be the 3,000?
It will be uh what we have used.
What we have used. Where does this one go to?
The 3,000 goes to the income statement.
So I'll just say statement of comprehensive income, and then the unused part will go to the notes as consumable stores on hand. So that will go to the notes as consumable stores on hand. Obviously, guys, all of this, you can actually do all of this in your question paper. I don't know where you do them, but I will advise you to do them as part of your workings in the answer book, because we do not mark the question papers. You will leave the exam room with your question paper, and we're going to be left with the answer book. So in your answer book, just to make life simple, you're going to write here packing material. And then I'm going to have 4,500. You minus the unused. You see, I'm repeating it again. You minus the unused and read the adjustment carefully. Sometimes I'll just say packing materials used is 3,000. It means that 3,000 you put it here. Don't memorize, understand. If I say packing materials used is 3,000, that 3,000 goes right there. And then you work out the difference, and the difference will be 1,500. Now I'm just gonna write what I've just said. Guys, this is how they ask in their question papers. This is how you should answer it. Now, they will normally say to you, they won't give you this. They'll just say packing materials used. This is how they will ask it. Packing materials used. They don't give you that, and they'll say packing materials used is 3,000. Packing materials used is 3,000. Because you guys are so used to memorizing things, Because I took the 600, I showed you as an example that stock count says stationery is 600. When you do packing material, you come here and then in brackets, because you memorize, in brackets,